We are MakilalaTV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
Pia Wurtzbach is now a household name for every Filipino family across the world, as she was named the 2015 Miss Universe representing the Philippines, a title that has not been won by the Philippines in over 40 years. But before Pia, beauty pageants have been a common form of fundraising and confidence building for young women in the Filipino community. There are also others, though, who feel that beauty pageants are only for the thin, light-skinned, and high-heeling wearing girls who just want to compete for the title. Is there really anything behind the beauty in pageants? In this episode, Phil-Ams and Beauty Pageants, we explore the different points of views of this popular platform to showcase various talents, while also bringing up hidden body image issues and more. At this episode of MakilalaTV, I, Rachelle Ocampo, am joined with my co-host, CRISTINA Pastor, and unfortunately, Jen Fuhrer is not able to make it at this episode, but we also have our special guest host, who is our new social media consultant or correspondent, Melissa Ocampo, who also happens to be my sister. So we have two special guests, pageant consultant Bobby Yalong and pageant title holder Margie Wisotsky, to discuss their experiences and thoughts on the world of beauty pageants in the Phil-Am community. Originally from Palawan, Philippines, Margie Wisotsky was Mrs. Philippines USA at 2010, Mrs. PAFCOM 2011, and the first Mrs. Kalayaan 2012. Margie is also active in numerous Filipino associations, and her favorite motto is, "Beauty comes within, for without it, our heart is empty." Initially trained as an educator, Bobby T. Yalong has now spent over 40 years in fashion photography, model and talent discovery and management, pageant trainer and judge, aside from being a regular contributor to all fashion magazines and broadsheets. After retiring in 2001, he joined his wife and his 3 sons, who are all nurses like their mom, to the East Coast and became an established artist, winning 2 consecutive international awards, a regular weekly columnist on Asian Journal, active community leader as PACL Executive Director, entertainment publicist and show director, choreographer, and pageant trainer, aside from operating a fashion atelier in Jersey City for 8 years. Basically, Renaissance man, Bobby. So first question I have for you too. What got you into the world of beauty pageants? Margie, we could start with you.
Okay, I joined the beauty pageants not only to get the validation from others, but I joined the pageants because I would like, especially the organizations that help the community and the entire charitable as organization.
Yeah, so since beauty pageants are a form of fundraising, you really felt that that was a platform to raise money for these charities and organizations.
Yes.
Okay, and Bobby, what got you into pageants?
No, because during my early years as a child, I have been very creative. I knew for a fact that when I grow up, I'll be achieving my, my goal as an artist and as a fashion designer. Beauty pageant is always related to it. Since I'm training models, and these models became beauty contestants, so the relation is very close.
Do you guys, Bobby and Margie, do you guys believe that Filipinos and Filipino Americans have this almost unhealthy obsession with beauty contests?
It's because of our cultural heritage from the Americans, who first brought pageants in the Philippines way back in 1908.
Really?
Yeah, that was the Carnival Queen.
Colonization.
The Carnival Queen, and the first winner was Pura Villanueva, who became Mrs. Pura Villanueva Calao, Teodoro Calao. That's why we have TM Calao, TM Calao Street. That was the first pageant ever in Manila brought about by Americans. Then the international pageants followed suit.
Yeah.
Then we had 1951, we have Miss International, then Miss Universe,
Yeah.
and then Miss Globe, Miss World was the first one ever.
Okay. And then we have Miss
Then
Earth.
the Filipinos,
Yeah.
we became very fascinated with beauty queens, and aside from the fact that Filipinos, especially the Filipinas, they are very, say, exotic looking. They are quite different from the rest.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
That we have this obsession with beauty contests.
Yes.
How do you explain that, Margie? Why do we like beauty contests and watching beauty
I think,
shows?
as a Filipino, we always like to help, and joining the pageant, that's, help people back in Philippines, We can bring it anywhere we are, like we're here in US, So I think, and yes, we do have exotic beauty, and I
Wow.
believe in that. I'm confident that I have exotic beauty.
And we agree.
Thank you.
So as a former pageant title holder, I have a platform, and my platform is domestic violence awareness. So as a title holder, what is your platform, and what are you so passionate about?
Well, my passion about is like, since I was a child, actually, I always like to help, the Filipino community. And I looked that up with my father and also my mom. They are active in the Filipino community. So I always wanted to help, the charity that we have in Philippines. And I know that joining the pageant, not only joining the pageant, we can always help our community, not only joining the pageants, there's a lot of things that we can do.
So joining, we all have heard that the Miss Universe might be held in Manila next year.
Yes.
January. Are we, as a community, excited about it?
Everybody has been excited about it,
Okay.
and what the Wurzbach has done worldwide, and to make the Philippines a small that huge mountain, a huge mole in the world map, that could be something else. Way back in 1974, when the first Miss Universe was held in Manila, remember the Folk Arts Theater?
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
made in less than like 6 months.
Yeah.
You see, and they were surprised that we were able to come up with such huge edifice,
That's right.
credible enough to be the venue for the Miss Universe.
I feel like that this momentum of PIA being from the Philippines and now it's being held in the Philippines. I know the Philippines is known as one of the most emotional countries in the world. So if they really want it to be a trending topic, it's definitely going to be the Philippines.
Yeah, we are already number 3 all over the world. Venezuela being number 1, having like 24 titles. America having 14, and the Philippines 11.
But
Wow,
why is it that
really?
it's been 40 years since PIA has
You know,
held?
Bobby, are you
okay.
talking about Miss Universe?
No.
Oh,
Just
They
in
are
ter-
the
oh,
major
general.
titles. We have Miss World, Miss Universe,
International.
Miss International, and lately Miss Earth.
Yes, and my sister is
That's my
actually.
title.
So all these sashes, the crowns, these were actually my sister's since like 2000.
Aw.
What
2007.
2007.
Now my friends will know that I did not win it.
It looks really natural on you.
I
Miss
know,
Earth,
right?
New York.
I hope they will not sue me. Anyway, we are all excited about the Miss Universe contest in Manila. And what can we as Filipino Americans do from here to support that kind of a project?
Well, maybe number 1, if you will be able to send a very good representative representing Filipino community from America to the Philippines as a candidate. But there's always, bad thing about this, because we are the reigning queen. We have the reigning queen, so it's very hard, and it will be whatever. If ever our candidate happens to be really very intelligent, beautiful, and deserving of the title, it will be very hard
Hard to
for the
justify,
judges to
right?
give it away to our country, because we are the host country.
That's
Yes.
And they will say this is a hometown decision.
So
That's
you,
right.
you said, like, if they're beautiful, they're intelligent, and they're deserving of the award. But do you think, now this is me being devil's advocate, is it really because if they're intelligent and if they're deserving, or is it because they give the most money, they're the most skinniest, they're the light skin? I mean, there's a typical figure that you would see as a beauty contestant winner. I mean, is there really something behind just the beauty? Do you have to be intelligent to be in?
Okay, number one, physical attributes will be the best.
That's the
weapon.
first, yeah.
Because that is the first sin. Your talent, your intelligence is second. Because you cannot expose it the very moment you expose yourself on stage. It's all the physicality.
That reminds me of
And I may cut you short.
Yeah.
There's always politics.
Yeah.
Give us an example.
Okay. Okay. The whole world has been witness to several beauty contests where deserving candidates, not even from the Philippines, from other countries, yet they did not win or place the top.
Why?
No, because there's politics. I'll give you an example. 1973, Miss...
Moran?
No.
Gloria Diaz.
No.
Oh, no.
No, 73 is Margie Moran.
This Miss World.
Miss World. Okay.
Yeah. Because majority of the judges were Americans.
Okay.
And, pardon my word, and there's one actor who gave his high mark for Marjorie Wallace of America. And she won the title over our very own Evangeline Pascual by merely very narrow point. And to think that after 104 days, Marjorie was stripped of the title.
Oh.
That could have been the first ever for America to have Miss World.
Miss World, yeah.
But unfortunately, after 104 years, because of say morality issues, because she was already engaged to somebody, and she kept on dating Tom Jones and another one.
Don't they vet their candidates?
I don't know. So she was stripped of the crown and the title, and the organizers called the Philippines
So
to
we
offer
became-
to our very own Evangeline Pascual, but the advisors did not take the
We
take
did not
the
accept
offer.
it.
Yeah, because the Filipinos are sentimental, amor propio, principio, and everything.
Yeah.
So Evangeline Pascual remained to be
Runner-up.
first runner-up, but so that's politics.
It's a lot.
Oh, wow.
And to also go back to getting to know the contestants, how are you going to decide who is Miss Universe if you have only a couple seconds to see them go across the stage and answer a tough question?
No, because they have been there for months. Sometimes
Yeah.
the list will be 3 weeks.
They're
So they've been
already
mingling every day.
under
Day
observation,
in, day
right?
out,
Yeah.
morning, lunch, and they have been observing
With the
candidates.
judges?
Yeah,
The judges
yeah.
are always there. The judges are always there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are not being introduced as judges. They'll be
really?
like ordinary people there, like
Yeah.
you're having breakfast and talking to somebody, but you never know that he's a judge.
Have you had that experience, Melissa?
I did actually with the Miss Earth organization. They told us that no matter where you go, you don't know if they're a judge or not. And they said as soon as you land, I was in California last year, and they said if it was the taxi driver, that could have been one of the judges, and you wouldn't know.
You never
So,
know.
and they were judging you since day one. So it's kind of scary at the same time exciting because you don't know who you're talking to. But
That's right.
if you're going to be Miss Earth or Miss Universe or Miss World, you need to have the whole package. You need to be genuine and nice to everyone and actually represent the organization to its finest. So.
But in the case of Philam community pageants, like the ones that Margie joins, it's a different kind of process, right? It's more fundraising more than anything else, right?
Exactly.
So you have to sell a lot of tickets, which ultimately will benefit your recipients, your organizations, right? Can you tell us about your experience, Margie?
My experience.
Yeah. When you joined, what was the first contest that you joined?
I joined, actually, it was the first Mrs. Philippines.
Mrs.
USA
Philippines,
with,
yeah.
Joanne Carman.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Was it as
actually-
stressful as the one that Melissa was describing?
Well, when I joined, I was confident that because I know a lot of people, and you have to know a lot of people, and people has to know you that you do give back, you know. Because a lot of people, like when you help them, they forgot to help back to them, you know. So actually, I break the records when I won the Mrs. Philippines 2010. In a matter of 6 months, I raised $30,000.
Wow.
That's someone's salary.
Really? I know.
And yeah, there's a rumors to it, of course, that your husband probably
Bought the tickets.
put the money on it.
Oh, I see.
My husband is a retired Marine. He works hard. He started as 16 years old to be an officer. He would not give money to me just like that. No, not my husband. But,
Okay.
a lot of friends. You have to know, it's like popularity.
It's a popularity
Yeah,
contest.
so it's I admit that because I know a lot of friends. So I know you want to win,
That's
Any
right.
pageants you really want to win.
Yeah.
So
And there's also this issue of body image, of making sure, again, like you're saying, like it's the complete package. But what goes through the minds of contestants as they prepare and prep for beauty pageants? Like what goes into your practices?
Every country, they have their own group of trainers. So they have their own image to build. So if you will notice, Venezuela and the rest of the group, they have the same image. Year after year after year, they have because if you are already, you are chosen to be a candidate in the future, like you are 13, 14 years old, they will develop you. If they need a little augmentation in part of your body, they will do it.
Wow.
They will.
It's an
the
entire
thing is,
industry, right?
But I feel like that it's almost like perpetuating the idea that of that perfect image for a young woman, a young girl who looks up to you. Like you don't. How do you break that stereotype of that beauty pageants are just for beauty when you're bringing up these young girls who only see skinny as a beautiful thing?
Yeah, before they thought that, especially young girls, they always dream to be a beauty queen because they thought it's all glamour and all the fame, fortune, everything. But there's more to it than having like your name and pictures all over the magazine. It takes hard work. It takes dedication, focus. You should be driven. Sometimes you sacrifice your job, your profession, just to hit what you aim for.
Is it all worth it?
But if you lose, that's how our grapers will just say, just for the experience. And
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's a good way to.
Yeah.
but actually, they
for
are sour
confidence
graping.
building.
They are bitter deep inside.
Oh, really?
And we're going to be closing it in a minute, but I also wanted to, I know we were talking earlier about beauty pageants and your experience. How does it feel to lose? Like, why do you keep doing it if you win some, you lose some?
So my first pageant, I won, and I kept winning until maybe I hit 19, 20 years old, and it hurt. It hurt a lot, but the experience, like you said, it was great, and meeting all the other individuals, all the other women that are passionate about what they want to do to change the world, it makes me a better person. I learn from them, and that's what I gain from competing in beauty pageants, is meeting all these beautiful women that want to change the world, that have the same passion for me, even though we all have different aspirations in life, but just meeting them is just another, it's just something beautiful that's what made me kept pursuing. So
Okay, well, we do have to bring it to a close already, but I'd like to spend the last minute with Margie and Bobby just to ask you the last question. So Pia Wurtzbach shared that she is confidently beautiful with a heart. What was your one moment where you recall in your work with pageants where you felt that you made a real difference?
For me, I know that I made a difference because all the pageant that I joined, I know that, like I said, the organization that I joined, that I want to make sure that they help back, in our country, in Philippines. So when I won the Mrs. Philippines, we did help where I came from, Palawan. There's so many people that are living, far away from the city. And we just got, we just gave all my prizes to them, so, and same thing with Mrs. Kalayaan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to a good cause.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Margie. And Bobby, what is the one moment that you recall that you felt like you made a real difference in
Oh
pageant
my
work?
God. This will give away my age.
Go ahead,
Back
Tom.
in 1965, when I was in college, it happens to be that I helped trained LV Paminto and Gonzalez.
Okay.
Vying, but she was already like all the local titles. She got it, like Miss Manila, Miss Anti-TB. There was Anti-TB then.
Really?
Anti-TB, yeah.
Anti-TB contest?
And
Oh.
there was Miss on television. There's Dance-O-Rama, Miss Night Owl, everything. She got the
won
title,
already,
and
okay.
now I helped her. Did this Miss Press Photography. And she won the title. And for me, that was a very big achievement. And forward, when she has Charlene Gonzalez, the daughter,
Yeah.
I also trained Charlene.
Oh my God. And she also
So, and
won,
Charlene
right?
won Binibining Philippines and placed 6th in the Miss Universe when it
my
was held in
God.
Manila.
So you felt like really it's your legacy. Like you've helped build
Yeah,
these
and I
women.
did this without pay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
You should
And
say
they are
that.
friends.
So I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you again to Manhattan Neighborhood Network for sharing Makilala TV. Maraming salamat to our Makilala TV team, including our new members, Tonilyn Sideco as our production supervisor, and Melissa Ocampo as our social media correspondent. Thanks to our special guests, Margie Wisotsky and Bobby T. Yalong, and of course to all our viewers for your continued support. We will now end our show with a very talented performer from our friends at Vynz-NY Entertainment. Christopher Corro is a dance sport champion both in the Philippines and in international competition. He is a tri-state balladeer and captured the hearts of the Filipino community with his own rendition of OPM hits. And most recently, he will be featured as an artist on the November 19 concert with Cecil Asarcon at the Philippine Center in New York City. So let's give a warm welcome to Christopher Corro as he sings Kahit Isang Saglit by Martin Rivera. Thank you.
Paano ang puso kong ito ngayong lumisan ka sa buhay ko? Kung kailan sumikat ang araw at lumigaya ang aking mundo. Paano ng mga bukas ko ngayong wala ka na sa piling ko? Paano mga pangarap, mga pangako sa bawat isa? Sana ika'y muling makita ko, tanging ang tibok ng puso mo. Sana'y yakapin mong akong muli kahit sandali, kahit isang saglit, mayakap puso ko'y biglang naulila, iyong iniwanan ng nag-iisa. Sana'y ika'y muling makita ko, tamhik ang tibok ng puso mo'y sana'y yakapin mong akong muli kahit sandaling, kahit isang saglit mayakap ka. Mayakap